I'm sure you all are waiting with anticipation to find out if the OnePlus and Hasselblad camera partnership has finally done the trick on the OnePlus 9 Pro. Is a OnePlus flagship now ready to play the big leagues with champions like the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra? Well, I'm Arshad, you're watching My Smart Price, and that's the answer we're going to be trying to find out in our full detailed camera review of the OnePlus 9 Pro. This is going to be a really long one, so strap yourselves in and please indulge me. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever My Smart Price puts out an awesome new tech video. Now, what does the Hasselblad partnership mean for OnePlus? Hasselblad has essentially tuned the colors to ensure that every time you click a picture, you get a natural color reproduction. Plus, the Pro mode has now been improved and is called the Hasselblad Pro mode. I noticed that you get a focus peaking option in the manual mode, and it also shoots 12-bit RAW images with the same Hasselblad natural color processing for easier post-processing. Oh, also the new Hasselblad camera-inspired shutter sound, every time you click, God, it's mesmerizing. I did find it odd that OnePlus has changed the color of the shutter button to red now. I had to constantly remind myself that I was actually capturing a picture and not shooting a video. Now let's quickly take a look at the camera specs of the OnePlus 9 Pro. You get a custom-made Sony IMX48MP 1x1.43-inch sensor with a pixel size of 1.12 microns, which bumps up to 2.24 microns after pixel binning. By the way, pixel binning also gives you 12 megapixel shots. Attached to this sensor is a 7p lens with an aperture of f/1.8. The secondary ultra-wide-angle camera has to be the biggest upgrade though. You get a new IMX766 50MP sensor with a new freeform lens. The third camera is an 8 megapixel telephoto unit with a 3.3x magnification, and the final one is a 2 megapixel mono. On the front you get the same 16 megapixel selfie shooter. Let's talk about the new shooting modes and formats available before we go to the comparisons. Now, tilt shift is a new shooting mode that lets you simulate the effect that you can achieve using a proper tilt shift lens on a DSLR. I like the way it has been implemented on the phone, where you can pinch and zoom and swivel to actually define the plane of focus and defocus. I managed a couple of fun shots, but the novelty wears off quickly. I think of it as a feature that's available when you want it, otherwise, meh. Do you like the tilt shift effect? Let me know in the comment section below. I also asked Sharun, my incredibly talented colleague making these videos, to check out the DNG files from these cameras and which one was actually easier to manipulate. Now, to maintain parity with the iPhone 12 Pro Max's automatic capture using ProRAW, we use the auto setting within the Pro mode on the OnePlus 9 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra as well. So yeah, thanks to the native Lightroom support for Apple's RAW files, Sharun mentioned that it was easier to actually manipulate them and bring out more details from the highlights and shadows without creating any sort of aberration. Now, if you take a look at the electricity pole on the rear, you will notice a distinctive green color aberration along the pole lines on both the Galaxy S21 Ultra and the OnePlus 9 Pro. We also noticed that OnePlus unnaturally shoots up the ISO when it is set to auto in the Pro mode. That's some confidence, but we ended up losing a lot of details in the highlights as a result, thus bringing it back in post caused damage to the image. iPhone's RAW files offer better flexibility. Moving on, you also get support for 8K 30fps video recording on the OnePlus 9 Pro. Compared to the S21 Ultra's 8K 24fps option, the OnePlus 9 Pro's footage offers better stabilization, colors and dynamic range as well. Don't see why anyone has any use for 8K video recording at all, but well, it exists. Now, the addition of 4K 120fps video recording is something I can get behind. Oddly, I don't know why OnePlus didn't bunch it with the slow motion modes, considering we mostly shoot 120fps only to later slow it down to 30fps. Having said that, take a look at this footage, it looks pretty damn sharp. Great job, OnePlus. Now, if you've come this far and if you're enjoying the video, do consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, and in the process, you might also help somebody looking for a detailed camera review of the OnePlus 9 Pro. Now, the first set of pictures that we are comparing will help us evaluate the sensor sharpness of the three phones. When you look at the 100% crop of the image bang in the center, you will notice that the OnePlus 9 Pro's 12 megapixel sample is definitely sharper compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Move your gaze slightly upwards towards the blue building on the rear, and you will notice how sharp the lines and the textures are on the OnePlus 9 Pro, followed closely by the Galaxy S21 Ultra and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Take a look at the top right corner and you will also see that the corner sharpness is the best on the OnePlus 9 Pro. Also, the OnePlus 9 Pro has a wider 23mm lens on the primary camera compared to the 24mm on the Samsung and the 26mm on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. On the OnePlus 9 Pro, you can also shoot high resolution 48 megapixel pictures. In comparison, you can shoot 108 megapixel ones on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Both offer a crazy amount of details when you have ample light, and you can really blow up the pictures too. However, I don't see any practical use of such high-res captures. Also, the file sizes are too large. The OnePlus 9 Pro's image was about 20 MB in size, whereas the S21 Ultra went up to 40 MB. So yeah, the OnePlus 9 Pro took the crown here. Already looking good, OnePlus. Now coming to the color accuracy test, which is the most important one. Here in our first sample, we have all the three primary colors, red, blue and green. I can tell you this, the OnePlus 9 Pro has just nailed the accuracy. If you look at the red background and the bakery sign, you will see that the iPhone 12 Pro Max has made the dark red into a candy red color, plus the blue sky and the color of the building have also been enhanced. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is nearly identical to the OnePlus 9 Pro in color reproduction as well, but yes, the OnePlus 9 Pro is the most natural looking one of the three. In the second sample, where we are evaluating the color of the security sign, you will notice that the iPhone 12 Pro Max has a brighter overall exposure, but once again the colors are not very accurate. The OnePlus 9 Pro and the S21 Ultra get it pretty right. With respect to the HDR performance, I expected all the three phones to perform well, and that's true for the most part. In the first sample, you can tell all the three do a fantastic job of bringing out details from the highlights and the shadows. I did notice a lot of noise in the shadows around the bike tires on the OnePlus 9 Pro's shot. In the second picture, I noticed that the S21 Ultra kills a lot of details in the shadows around the sofa. The iPhone 12 Pro Max does a fantastic job of retrieving a lot of details from the same area with the shadows. All the three phones perform well with highlight control as well. I didn't notice any clipping whatsoever. So the iPhone comes out on top in terms of dynamic range performance, and the OnePlus 9 Pro and the Galaxy S21 Ultra combined take the second spot. The biggest upgrade in the OnePlus 9 Pro has to be the 50 megapixel ultra wide. What I like about the camera is that it maintains the color science consistency with the primary camera, much like its competitors. Obviously, you get sharper textures on the OnePlus 9 Pro thanks to the higher megapixel camera, and the colors are spot on too. Now about the freeform lens, it is good, no doubt, but the softness treating solutions used by iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra are equally good too, so I don't see an immediate advantage here. But yes, what I did notice is that the corner sharpness is better due to the use of a better lens. If you take a look at the second sample, you will notice that the dynamic range performance of the OnePlus 9 Pro is excellent too. Look at how good it looks in comparison to the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra. Similar to the Galaxy S21 Ultra, the OnePlus 9 Pro also switches to the super macro mode using the ultra wide angle camera to shoot extremely crisp close-up shots. You can clearly see that these phones are doing a fantastic job here. I had to use a 2.5x telephoto camera to achieve this shot from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It is the closest I could get to a subject before dropping focus. If you presume that the S21 Ultra has the best telephoto setup among the three by just comparing the specs, I'd say you're spot on with that assessment. The OnePlus 9 Pro has a 77mm 3.3x telephoto zoom lens attached to an 8 megapixel sensor. The sample here tells you that the OnePlus 9 Pro offers a sharp picture, but it doesn't match up to the 3x telephoto camera on the S21 Ultra. The iPhone 12 Pro Max's 2.5x telephoto really doesn't match up to the other two. The S21 Ultra has another 10x telephoto camera, and obviously it is far sharper than the digital crops on the other two phones. Interestingly, while camera testing these three phones and using them to shoot 10x telephoto shots, the OnePlus 9 Pro got hot by the time we were shooting, all the other pictures as well. And that's definitely unfortunate and disappointing considering the fact that the other two phones ran cool. Moving on, the S21 Ultra can also shoot 30x and 100x zoom shots. You can clearly tell the 30x S21 Ultra capture is super sharp compared to the OnePlus 9 Pro's shot. The iPhone 12 Pro Max cannot even achieve that level of zoom. So yeah, the S21 Ultra has to be your go-to camera for zoom performance. By the way, you don't get the nightscape mode with the telephoto camera on the OnePlus 9 Pro, which immediately gives an advantage to the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra. In portraits, the iPhone 12 Pro Max remains unbeatable when it comes to details, edge detection and faux blur. The OnePlus 9 Pro and the S21 Ultra are not bad, especially when it comes to facial tones, but they don't really match up otherwise. The second portrait of me just corroborates that claim. Just look at how the iPhone 12 Pro Max has managed to maintain the dynamic range of the sun on my face without blowing out any portion of my face. Plus, the edge detection is excellent too. Between the OnePlus 9 Pro and the S21 Ultra, I'd go for the OnePlus 9 Pro. When it comes to selfies, the S21 Ultra comes out on top once again. The 40 megapixel selfie shooter captures natural face tones and crisp details. The iPhone 12 Pro Max comes in second, followed by the OnePlus 9 Pro, which is not too bad, but it can't keep up with the other two. Here's another sample to test the dynamic range performance, which is great on the S21 Ultra and the OnePlus 9 Pro. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has for some odd reason clipped the highlights on the rear, leading to loss of information as well. Now the situation is the same when it comes to selfie portraits. It's not like the OnePlus 9 Pro's selfie portrait is bad or anything, but the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra are better looking, of course. I do like the semantic segmentation on the OnePlus 9 Pro though. It is pretty good compared to the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra, which are also pretty good. Finally, coming to the round of testing that can make or break any flagship camera, the low light pictures. In the first sample, we can see that the 12 Pro Max and the OnePlus 9 Pro's primary cameras can actually pull in more light by default compared to the S21 Ultra. With night mode on, the OnePlus 9 Pro's Nightscape mode does a phenomenal job. Especially when you look at the close crop of the colorful building, you will notice that the 9 Pro has a lot of noise but manages to retain the details. The iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra's noise correction algorithms are aggressive in comparison. Also, the S21 Ultra has added a lot of luminance noise to the sky. In the second sample, you can see that all the three phones clearly suffer from lens flare, something modern phones have not managed to eliminate entirely yet. When it comes to accurate representation of the night, the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the OnePlus 9 Pro definitely come out tops. And at close crop, the OnePlus 9 Pro pulls out so much details from the textures that it puts the other two to shame. In the final test sample, again the OnePlus 9 Pro shocks you with details and the color science. I must say this, I'd suffer some noise in the picture if the phone can capture such crisp details. Are you shocked by the OnePlus 9 Pro's phenomenal low light performance or not? Let me know in the comment section below because I know I am. You don't have to look at a close crop of the low light shots using the ultra wide angle camera to know that the OnePlus 9 Pro and the S21 Ultra are sharper just by looking at it directly. And to be honest, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max does look very attractive, especially with the deep black sky rendition, that is not an accurate representation of the scene. It has been treated by the algorithm to make it look good. The second sample is the final nail in the coffin for the iPhone 12 Pro Max's low light performance of the ultra wide angle camera. There is just way too much noise compared to the OnePlus 9 Pro and the S21 Ultra. Overall, the OnePlus 9 Pro's low light ultra wide shots are the best. In low light selfies, the OnePlus 9 Pro loses by default considering you don't get a night mode. The iPhone 12 Pro Max's selfie looks extremely natural and attractive compared to the S21 Ultra, which is my second favorite, but it tends to make the face look way brighter. The dynamics are sort of missing here. The flagships of 2021 can also now do low light portrait shots, and in my test, the iPhone 12 Pro Max just obliterates the other two. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is pretty good too though. The OnePlus 9 Pro gets the color temperature wrong here for sure. Hey guys, now we're recording a 4K 60fps video using the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, OnePlus 9 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Do let us know in the comment section below what you thought about the picture quality, the sound recording and of course the dynamic range as well, which is obviously great on all three phones. I'm going to pan around slightly to my right and show you guys what it looks like when you're panning and when you're not shooting against the light. Now let's break down my assessment of the 4K 60fps video recording on all the three phones. The iPhone 12 Pro Max offers the best sound recording, followed by the Galaxy S21 Ultra. The OnePlus 9 Pro sounds thin in comparison. The iPhone 12 Pro Max cannot control the flaring around the sun as well as the Galaxy S21 Ultra and the OnePlus 9 Pro. Stabilization is the best on the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra. The details are equally good on all the three, but the colors are better on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The OnePlus 9 Pro also starts dropping frames when the phone gets hot. This is something that I mentioned when we were shooting the telephoto shots. Bit of a pity there. If we had the support for native Dolby Vision recording, I'd easily pick the iPhone 12 Pro Max as my video shooter of choice. In fact, I've shot very many of my videos in the past using that phone. Ultra-wide 4K 60fps is good on all the three, but the OnePlus 9 Pro surprisingly is better at colors and stabilization in this round of testing. The OnePlus 9 Pro tops out at 1080p 60fps using the front camera. It doesn't hold a candle to the other two, which shot at 4K 60fps. It is surprising considering even the Nord's front camera can shoot 4K 60fps video. Anyway, between the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra, the difference is not too much. But the iPhone 12 Pro Max offers better audio recording, whereas the S21 Ultra offers far sharper details. Hey guys, now I'm shooting a 4K 60fps video using the front camera on the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Obviously, I like the... Hey guys, now I'm shooting a 4K 60fps video using the S21 Ultra and a 1080p 60fps video using the OnePlus 9 Pro because that's the maximum that it can achieve. So this is what it looks like. Do let me know in the comment section below. Hey guys, quick interruption. I'm shooting this portion after we've actually shot the camera comparison, primarily because OnePlus has already issued an update with camera improvements. You can see the changelog on your screen right now. And I'm actually shooting a 1080p 60 FPS video using the front camera after the changelog has happened. So there seems to be some improvement in sound quality for sure, but there is still no 4K recording using the front camera. And there could be some improvements, with the nighttime performance, the noise and color temperature and all of those things, which is obviously mentioned in the changelog as well. Do let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see, any updated thoughts on the same. And I'm glad that OnePlus is already issuing a lot of updates, so you will get the best sort of camera performance when you buy the phone. Now, honestly, I'm not a fan of shooting videos in low light, but I tried it for this comparison nonetheless, considering the OnePlus 9 Pro has a special night mode. And the night mode video capture is limited to 1080p 30 fps and it is merely a bump in exposure. In fact, it brings out all the flaws in the video details and the softer portions stand out as well, which is counterintuitive. In 4K 60 fps video recording, the OnePlus 9 Pro has a brighter exposure, but way too much noise. Now, this is not the kind of noise that we saw in the pictures, but with video it's way too much. The iPhone 12 Pro Max looks the best of the three. I'd say this again, don't shoot videos in extreme darkness using smartphones. Now for the final round, let's test the focusing speeds, and what I noticed is the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the OnePlus 9 Pro are much faster at switching focus on the subject in the background. Even before you take it out of the frame, the cameras on both these phones swiftly and cleanly focus the Galaxy Buds Pro box at the rear. But the 9 Pro has a closer focus plane which helps it focus the Swiss Army knife even at a very close distance. The S21 Ultra has smooth focus plane switching, but it is not very fast. Anyway, good job done OnePlus once again. So OnePlus has evidently made good on the promise of improved camera performance with this Hasselblad partnership. And this will definitely help us wipe out the bad memory of the Moto Mod and Hasselblad partnership in the past. The main camera offers fantastic looking colors, of course, and the details are great too. In fact, in low light shots, the OnePlus 9 Pro outperforms the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Add the best ultra wide angle camera on a smartphone yet, and you have a potent combination that ends up beating these two on more occasions than one. Unfortunately, everything else, including portraits, selfies, and video performance, definitely needs a lot of work, and that's where a phone like the iPhone 12 Pro Max, wins the competition primarily because it's a far more well-rounded camera. Now, with the Galaxy S21 Ultra, you can expect great telephoto performance for sure. Now, when you bring price into the equation, things start getting really very interesting. You start wondering how OnePlus has managed to extract such kind of a camera performance, rivaling the likes of the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which are far more expensive. Now, in comparison with something that is more in the same price range as the OnePlus 9 Pro, like the iPhone 12 or the Galaxy S21 series, I firmly believe that the OnePlus 9 Pro is a better camera compared to those phones. Now, what you also need to note is that OnePlus has committed $150 million to research and design of camera performance in the future, plus the Hasselblad partnership will also evolve further. If you ask me, I'm really glad to be using a OnePlus flagship phone with great camera performance. We've finally evolved from the days of potato cameras on the previous OnePlus flagships. I hope you guys liked our camera comparison of the OnePlus 9 Pro and camera review as well. Do let us know in the comment section below what you thought about it. Until next time, this is Aishar from My Smart Price signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.